Mary Carson, Harvey has hit Houston, Irma's on its way. There's a lot of talk about flooding and flood insurance, so it's probably a good time to go back over some of the basics. So who has to get flood insurance?
So people who live in high-risk flood zones have to carry flood insurance. And the high-risk flood zones are those areas where FEMA has determined are at the most risk from a 100-year storm, or a storm that has the chance of occurring 1% each year. FEMA draws these flood zone maps, and then local governments adopt them, and they make various decisions based on those maps. So if you live in a high-risk flood zone, then you have to have flood insurance. If you live in a low-risk flood zone, or typically an X zone, then you don't have to carry flood insurance. But if you live in a coastal region, you should have flood insurance regardless of which zone you live in.
So everybody should get flood insurance. Have there been, well, let's see, what happened in Harvey? How many of those people who got flooded had flood insurance?
Right, so that's part of the big issue. Most people don't know that they should have flood insurance if they live in a low-risk flood zone. So during Harvey, the most recent estimates are saying something like 80% of residents that have been flooded did not carry a flood insurance policy. Flood insurance policies are separate from homeowners policies. So if you have homeowners insurance, you do not have flood insurance. It's a separate policy that you have to get.
So what does flood insurance cover? Does it cover my house, my belongings? What do I get for flood insurance if I have to make a claim?
So flood insurance covers for residential properties $250,000 of damage to your structure and $100,000 of contents coverage. If you are a business, then you get a little bit more coverage.